Stefan asks, Gary, you talk about hustle a lot, but what cost did you have to pay to get here now?
Peter, you worked really hard.
That's a great, I would say, at the end of the day, there doesn't have to be a cost. And I really believe that.
Got everyone's attention.
You're talking to a guy who kind of spent a career at maybe averaging number of hours, say almost 6.25 to 6.5 days a week, 12, 14 hours average days over an entire career. Now, having said that,
You're giving a lot of insight to why Lizzie is able to deal with my insanity here.
so beyond multitasking and learning how to do all this stuff, when again, you take a deep breath along the way and you step back on the things that make a difference and the things that count that you want to focus on. And to me, family first. So I always planned. I was traveling a lot. Half my career was in the consulting business. And I traveled a lot, but I always tried to do day trips, get back in time for a late dinner or whatever, be there when the kids took baths. Managed Little League teams from my son's.
How was Alex Klein as a Little League baseball player?
He was all defense. A little offense, but not that.
Yes,
but,
on the record, Alex,
he
eat
held
it.
his own and he was a starter.
Okay.
But you
defense.
find time. You make time and you try to balance it out. And so I don't know if there were any real trade-offs on a day in and day out basis. Doesn't have to be. If you let what you're focused on solely run your life, there will be usually people, family, relationship trade-offs.
I fully believe in that. I think the practical level is that probably you and I got to spend a little less time. What we gave up was our passion for business or our careers probably came at the expense of some other potential, hobbies and other leisures. That it didn't come at the expense of the family, but you maybe never developed your golf game or your tennis game or fishing or other things that could have been interesting to you in your life.
That's
because, right? I would say that's what I can feel. I mean, I've got the Jets, so I've got something, a thing for me, but I definitely aren't, I would be very interested in all these other little things, but I punt them for the business.
Great point. May or may not be necessarily relevant, I think, because when you step back, and in business, we make the point in the book, which is, by the way, Think to Win, Unleashing
This is the
Power
best.
of Strategic Thinking. I'm in the advertising business.
Link that up, boys. Let's make sure we link that up.
Amazon, 23 testimonials from CEOs and others.
This is awesome.
But that said, life, personal, business, relationships, is about making choices.
100%.
And so there's always choices to be made. And if you get your top 2 or 3 priorities right, the order of magnitude of the next level of those kind of choices maybe are not as relevant.
That's right.
If you try to be too much, too many, then you run into a stone.
Let me close this with something that I think will connect with the audience because it's a truth and it's something I admire tremendously. I know this dude very well. This man's retired. From the day you retired, I have I visit him in Florida and different things of that nature. His retirement hustle is substantially stronger than a lot of people that I know's work ethic in their normal environment. I look at you and I get pumped because I'm like, cool, if Peter can retire like that, which means, I don't know, working all the time, maybe I can retire like that. So I appreciate the air cover.
I just wouldn't count on it.
Meaning you think I'll lose my passion?
I don't think you've developed the kind of relationships and networking I have.
Please. Is that you really believe it? All right.